And welcome back to the final video of our first main playthrough of Dragonstar Varnir, because at some point I will do that madness playthrough. We've got two books to read, Zeti's Mother's Diary and The Tale of Forbidden Love, and then we've got a few other little bits to do. So we'll start on the book. The art of healing is a benevolent act. You are to have the heart of charity and save mankind. Medicine must be given to anyone. Their upbringing and affiliation should not be considered. As long as I'm a doctor, I want to save the witches, even though they are known to birth dragons and bring calamity into this world. He always said that. I remember the days where he misunderstood the witches just as any other human did. We first met in the forest. I know it was reckless of me, but I was in the middle of stopping a dragon that was trying to go into town. I drove the mad dragon back to its home, but I managed to hurt my leg in the process. And that's when he showed up. He had come to the forest to find rare herbs. A dragon found him and chased him deep into the forest, or so he said. He saw me, noticed I was a witch, but asked if I was doing alright. He tended to my wounds without questioning me at all. He was unable to leave me behind when he saw that I was in pain. He was so kind. After he treated me, he realised that I couldn't walk, so he offered to take me to my home. I couldn't believe there was a human like that. I was surprised, but he said, he saw me trying to keep the dragon away from the town. He said he was happy to find a witch looking after the people in the town, and he wanted to help me. He smiled at me. That's when I thought, maybe witches and humans might be able to understand each other. I was probably already in love with him then. He carried me on his back all the way to the den. I remember he was dumbfounded when everyone thanked him. Honestly, so was I. I was honestly a little scared. I thought everyone would treat him badly, but that didn't happen. Everyone was so kind to him for saving one of their kin. He became friends with us and began to share his ideology with us. He asked if it was okay to begin researching a way to save us. Most witches die young by having a dragon eat through them, or they go mad. Every life ends up being cut short. If magic can't change that alone, maybe fusing it with medicine would produce a way to stop the growth of a dragon in the womb. He was interested in increasing a witch's life. It may be prolonging the inevitable, but it would lower the dragon count at least. A body storing magic and a dragon had so many variables, he figured it would need to incorporate magic into his research. He asked if we would cooperate with him, and he worked so very hard to gain the trust of everyone. We never in our wildest dreams imagined there would be a human like him, so we were very surprised. Then, he asked to use our library and research materials in the den for a while. His eyes were sincere, there was no deception in his heart. We thought about it for a long while, but after much deliberation, we decided to take him in. Some witches said the minute he began doing something suspicious, they would kill him without warning. It was one of them, Karikaro. But he worked so hard. He was often in the library all night, completely focused on his research. Before I knew it, he was always on my mind. I made sure to take care of him. I would get so happy just to be able to chat with him. Seeing him smile made me feel so fulfilled. Eventually, his smile would fade. It became rare. It seemed like his research hadn't gone as planned, and he was always stressed over it. It was painful to see him like that. I often felt like my heart was about to burst. It was at that moment that I began to sense the heartbeat of the dragon growing stronger. I told him I didn't have much time left. I was prepared to meet my fate, but I was terrified. With all the worry on my mind, I told him everything. How I didn't have much time left, how I wanted him to stop his research and stay by my side, and how much I really loved him. I feel the same way. That was the reason why I wanted to complete my research. He gave me a sad smile. Isn't that funny? We felt all these incredible feelings that would normally be so joyful, but it was sad. He heard me out though, and he stopped his research. He told the other witches he wanted to be with me, but no one allowed it. Humans and witches do not mix, and this kind of marriage is a taboo of the taboo. The sisters were steadfast in their resolve. They discussed it long ago, how a witch fell in love with a human, which caused everyone around them to end their lives. Our love was yet again not understood by anyone, nor did anyone give us their blessing. They hoped we'd understand. My only desire was rejected, and I was desperate. That night I was so sad I couldn't sleep, but he didn't give up. He visited me at midnight. You may be a witch, but before that you are a woman, and I'm not just a human, but a man who loves you. So long as we love one another, there is no place for us in the den, and we'll cause the other witches trouble. We decided that we would go look for a place where we could love one another without troubling anyone else. When he hugged me, I felt as if nothing could scare me, no matter what happened. That's how we eloped and started a new life. Just the two of us. I gave birth to a beautiful boy who I love with all of my heart. I've never been so happy, and yet I feel conflicted. I don't know if a witch is allowed to do all of this. Because before all of that, I'd already become aware of the true role of a witch. You're an older sister now, so I'm going to tell you something about witches. Us witches are... That's right, I still remember how shocked I was learning the truth from my older sister. Witches must give birth to the next dragon star, for the world is made of dragons. And the planet itself is the dragon of origin, VARNIR. When the dragon eats out of our womb from us witches, they rarely witches who can maintain their memory and intelligence. They hold the potential to become the dragon star. Witches are the only vessels to store the intelligence of the dragon, who normally only moves with instinct. But yet, I have abandoned the deed to make this world run. I became his beloved wife. I became my adorable son's mother. I no longer have the right to speak the truth as a witch. The truth about witches has been twisted for so long, and I repent any lies I have spread. With this, I end my diary. To Zephy, my child, son of the man I love. If you are reading this, I must no longer be there by your side. It doesn't matter to me if you come to hate me after finding out the truth, but do not ever forget this. You are a symbol of our love. You are my dear child, and I love you from the depths of my heart. Take pride in who you are, live your life, walk the path you see fit, and always walk along it with conviction. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you call for me? I was thinking about VARNIR. Are you curious? I'll tell you a little story. A tragic love story between a bishop and a witch. This one's a bit more out there, but stick with it, alright? Good day, Bishop. Back again, I see. Yes, I am. Today I have brought a fine selection of books and fruits, and this here is for you especially. My, how gorgeous! This necklace is beautiful, thank you so very much. Oh, this is nothing at all. If all witches could find happiness, that would be all the thanks I need. Please, no need for that. We are not in existence worthy of such sentiment. I do disagree. This star, Dragon Star VARNIR, is the sole reason we are capable of maintaining peace and order here. You are worshipped by us lowly civilians because you all will usher in the next Dragon Star. You are deserving of praise. What is the matter? I really do not mind you talking about other witches in this manner, but I seem to dislike you looking at me in that way. It causes me to feel distant from you, and it is not a very pleasant feeling. Am I wrong to feel this way? Please, do not turn away. Look into my eyes, Bishop. You need to understand that I feel about you, okay? Miss VARNIR? Please, do not call me by that name. Do not refer to me as Miss. I love you. Do tell me what you think of me. I too have always held such dear feelings for you, VARNIR. Bishop, is this true? Yes, but this feeling is inappropriate and far beyond my social status. I never thought it would be my place to tell you. Oh, Bishop, I feel like I have reached bliss. I should not feel this way, but I too feel my heart soaring above the heavens. No matter what the future holds, I will keep his memory close to my heart for as long as I live. Bishop? Moving forward, I'll have another bishop bring you offerings. This would be in everyone's best interest, certainly yours. Why? Please do not refer to this as a memory when it is something we can live in now. But witches who give birth to the Dragon Star, they are forbidden from marrying us humans. The Empire would never condone a marriage between a human and a witch, the divine object of our worship. I understand. I cannot bear to see you look at me that way. For you are the one my heart cherishes above all others. I will confess everything to the Empire, and I will gain their approval for our wedding. Truly? Yes, please wait for me to VARNIR. Okay, I will confess my feelings to everyone and earn their blessing as well. We will always be together, I promise. Yes, I promise too. What? For what reasons will you not approve of this? I just want to be with the man that I love. Do you understand what you are saying? We witches serve a divine purpose. We are to give birth to the next dragon star, not breed with earthly humans. I do not have to be the one. One of you can just as well give birth to the next dragon star. Please, I cannot live without him. So you will marry the bishop, no matter what the cost? Correct. I will overcome any obstacle that stands in my way to make it happen. I see. I suppose we have no choice. What are you doing? Let go of me. We cannot allow this to happen. You need to calm down. You will remain in a cell until we decide on the day of your execution. Bishop, will I ever see you again? Finay! Oh, I'm so glad to have found you. Are you hurt at all? Bishop, what are you doing here? My meeting with the Emperor has been decided. I came to tell you this, but I could not find you. I cannot believe they trapped you in this cell like an animal. I am truly sorry. This is a lot more difficult than I anticipated. I just want to be with the one that I love. No, this is my fault. I could not apologize enough. I could never forgive myself for this. Bishop, I am just glad you are here. I thought I might never see you again. Please, in the very least, you should save yourself. What are you talking about? We're going to get out of here together. Impossible. If they discover a sinner has escaped, everyone will be hunting us down until the day they kill us. What sinner? I am the sinner, Bishop. They have decided that I will be executed. Executed? What? No! Please! Run! I'm just happy I got to see you one last time. Just give me a little time. I will find a way to open the cell door as soon as I can. Bishop! The Emperor is compassionate and wise. Please, meet the Emperor with me. You are a witch. I'm certain the Emperor will accept a meeting with you. You really think so? It is unfortunate that the witches did not give us their blessing, but what can we do? I will, however, not allow them to kill you. I cannot leave you here to die. Let us receive the blessing of the Emperor so we can live together. Will you come with me, Finay? Yes! Madam Witch. It is a pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. Please call me Finay. Oh no, I could not do such a thing. May I ask what brings you here today with the Bishop? Of course. Please allow me to explain. Bishop? I understand this may be a bit out of the ordinary, but I must confess to you I am falling in love with Finay. I see. Do you feel the same way, Madam Witch? Yes, I know it is unusual, but I love Bishop. Bishop? Do other witches know of this? Yes, however, we were unable to receive their blessing. Finay was almost executed, so we came to you searching for refuge. We were hoping to receive your blessing. Your Majesty, what is the matter? Madam Witch, is not the entire reason for your existence to give birth to the next dragon star? Well... And Bishop, you do understand that what you are requesting is complete and utter blasphemy towards Dragonstar VARNIR? Then I will relinquish my title. I will no longer hold my sacred profession from this day forward. Please, just allow me to marry Finay. Silence! What insolence! How dare you two egotistical maniacs impose your cardinal desires upon the sacred order of the star! Is anyone there? Yes, Your Majesty. Arrest these two at once! No, that is far too kind. Execute them! The witches were going to have this one executed anyway. This woman is no witch. She is nothing but a sinner. Yes, Your Majesty. What? Emperor, Finay, follow me! Do not let them escape! Kill them and give their heads to the witches! Finay, I'm so sorry. I was so naive. It is not your fault. Where will we go now? Unfortunately, we might be out of places to hide. The Emperor gave his orders to his henchmen. If we are going to be hunted both by the witches and the Empire, it is only a matter of time before we are captured. I'm so sorry you have to do this because of me. You should escape while you can. I cannot do that, I promise you. Or have you forgotten? We will always be together. Bishop, why? Why? For what logical reason is our love forbidden? Why are witches and humans forbidden from loving one another? Finay, our love has no place in this world. Will you leave this with me? Yes, I would be honoured. Thank you, Finay, but before that... What is it? Did you bring their heads? What are you two doing back here? The teachings of the Dragonstar Varnir will no longer rule over this land. For what reason is our love forbidden? Because we are of a different race? That is just wrong. If Dragonstar Varnir cannot allow our love to thrive, then perhaps such a world should not be allowed to exist. Someone? Is anyone there? You will burn to death. It's hot. It's too hot. It burns. Help me. It's just meant to be, right? Yes, do not worry. I will etch this into the history of the star. Alright. I love you, Finay. Let us leave this world together as one. We can be together for eternity. I love you so much, Bishop. So they burnt down the original history of the witches and replaced it with their own on the vain hope they'd be able to live their own tale. The flames engulfed the Empire, and all of the documents related to witches. The only one which remained was Bishop's letter. Witches only exist to kill the innocent and the future of this star. Holy Dragonstar Varnir, the one who birthed this star, he is the only being in this world worthy of praise. The next Emperor, suspicious of who witches really were, began the Great Witch Hunt. People also began to worship the false god, Dragonstar Varnir. The world would come to forget that witches, beings truly worthy of praise, were the ones who would birth the next Dragonstar. This is the end of our sad tale of love. Well, the two did become one. They did make it until the end. Maybe it's more like a sweet tale of vindication. And that's the last time I get to voice any of the cast members, unfortunately, in this game. Well, until the Madness run. Which, can I say, I enjoy doing that. I really enjoy doing the voices for the characters, and Charlotta is a character I love voicing the most because of the way she presents her voice. But all we've got left to show is the other three playable characters, what they look like in their dragon form, and what their ultimate attack looks like. Lapanet probably has the least interesting one of the bunch. It's just shoot them, bomb, and that's it. It's like, oh, okay, sure. Although we've already seen Karikaro's, I decided to keep hers in as well, since she hasn't been in the party since Charlotta joined. And hers also has a really questionable first camera angle, kind of like Charlotta's. Which is like, at least with Charlotta you can say, oh, maybe it's focused on the markings on their chest, but it's not. Like, what's the excuse of Karikaro here? Karikaro's like the fact that she uses her broom in the attack to give her enough speed to charge through. Now, this third one, though, is the one that if you're playing on console, it won't handle. That's why you're playing on PS4, PS4 Pro. For some reason, Various ultimate attack was not well optimized. On PC, you can get it to run smoothly, and it looks bloody great, and it's actually my favourite one of the bunch. It just runs like shit on PS4, and you're going to see exactly what I mean the moment I use it. Watch how laggy this is. Like, I love the fact that she dances with the stones, getting them in place, and then just goes all out at the end. And then smacks the last hammer down. Like, I love how it's all got a theming. She dances with it. There's a lot of workings with it, but it just lags the hell out. It can't handle it for some reason. But that's it. That is absolutely everything that I wanted to cover on this first playthrough of the game. I keep saying this because, yes, at some point, not anytime soon, however, I will be returning to this to do the Madness path. Because there is an entirely, well, not entirely different, but mostly different story that goes down a completely different path if you go for the Madness route. That becomes a lot far grimmer and more depressing as it goes on. But even if I wanted to do that now, Death End Request 2 showed up yesterday. I did the video for it, and I sunk 10 hours into that game yesterday. I'm loving it. I'm having a fucking blast. So my priority is playing through that right now. Like, doing probably like a couple playthroughs of that because it's fresh and I'm really having a blast with it. And I fucking love Mai Toyama. Mai Toyama is an amazing protagonist, and I already prefer her over Sheena from the last game. The whole cast, the whole new cast is just more enjoyable than the main cast of the last one. But maybe it's because they feel more human, because they're not trying to be NPC weirdos. But I'm getting off topic. This is Dragonstar Varnir, and we are at the end of this entire playthrough. A game that, as I've said many times before, I hold very close to my heart, and it is easily my top 5 this generation of games I've played. The only thing that has ever hurt it is its lack of budget. Everything else is just either personal preferences or just little nudges that they probably didn't have time to do. This game is so fucking amazing. I love the story, the characters are amazing, to such an extent it makes me giddy every single time there are scenes together. I genuinely adored voicing them because I wanted to, like, be them. I enjoyed being the cast, I enjoyed playing with the cast. I love the relatability you could have of each member, their doubts, their concerns, their pasts. Yet the moments you made them happy on the other side of it made it so fulfilling. I've never had a cast of characters I've just loved so unapologetically. Even with Karikaru's kill count, but she said kill 30 times. Well, I'm kind of happy it was at least a round number, but ooh. I have to think of a different joke when I'm doing the madness path to tally up, because there are a few other things that were said quite a lot that I could tally up. It's just Karikaru's is the most obvious. And when I do the madness playthrough, I will make an effort to use a different team comp. I'll keep Zephy, but I'll make my second and third member different, which I know restricts me a little bit because I'm going for the madness path. Faria's not going to be in the party, so realistically I should have tried to push to have Faria in my main party for the rest of this adventure, but due to the time limit, that just wasn't on the table. So Faria really, that's all you're ever going to see is playable Faria. Ever. Labanette I'll definitely have in the team next time. I'll probably have a replace Manessa, and I guess Karikaru replace Charlotta. Or maybe I'll keep Charlotta around and just keep Labanette, since at least Karikaru got the first 2 chapters, just because Charlotta's such a good character to have and such a powerhouse to have that I kind of want to keep hold of her, but that's for future me to worry about. I'm going to take a short break of like a couple weeks and so, just to get my bearings, work out what I want to do, and get a few things done. I also just want the spare time to just play Death End 2 and enjoy it. But anyway, until the next project, thank you so much for watching if you stuck this all out, and I'll see you next time. But until then, you'll take care now.
I forgot to tell you that I love you.